Somebody I want you to meet. Come here, you. She stuck to the side of my shirt. Okay. This is a little 5.5. Hello. Look at the people out there. I want them to see you. Look at the people. Her name is Skashi. At least that's what the rescue group named her, and I'm fostering her. She's a 5.5-month-old Terrier mix, not housebroken. And how I came to get her, the rescue group called Pups and Pals in Los Alamitos. That's where I got my second dog. They put out a crisis email. They had 16 dogs in one day and didn't have any place to put any of them, so they were begging people to at least take some of the dogs if they could, and they would try to get the rest into boarding. So guess who volunteered? Me, who's never had a puppy in my life. I have no idea what work is involved. I've heard it's a lot of work, but I understood the concept, but I didn't really get it until I got a puppy. It's a lot of work. And I'm not a good trainer. I'm just not. And I knew that going in. And but I will tell you that 1 month ago I got this little girl, and she wasn't housebroken at all when I got her. And guess what? 1 month later, she's still not housebroken. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm told my friends are all jumping in with advice. Keep her in the crate. Let her out every hour. I have ADD. I can't keep track of all this. I get distracted. I forget. So you would have to come in and do a good job with this. If you don't have ADD, you're probably fine. So I love this little girl. It's going to be very hard for me to give her up. I'm very used to her now, and she's very used to me too. I want you to see her legs. She has the longest legs. I wish if I could have legs half as long as hers, I would be happy. Boy, you've got a set of gams on you. So anyway, her name has only been Skashi since the rescue group got her. If you've been feeling a little lonely, maybe you lost a pet recently, there's nothing that brings joy and happiness into a home like a little cat or a little dog, any kind of a pet. And this one's available. She needs a permanent home. And if you're interested in her, again, the rescue group is Pups and Pals in Los Alamitos. And they really rigorously vet prospective owners. They want to make sure that all their dogs go into good homes and homes that can afford her. I've heard horror stories that just when the dog starts having medical problems, even if they're young, the first time they have to, maybe they break a leg or they need a surgery, they euthanize the pet because they don't want to pay the money or they can't pay the money. No, we don't want that to happen to the dogs that go through this. We don't want it to happen to any dog, but I'm responsible for this little girl. So just especially don't want that to happen to her. So I want them to vet prospective moms and dads really well. Make sure that she'll be taken care of for the rest of her life. So as you can see, she's extremely affectionate. And yesterday I was sitting in my chair and she just sat on my chest and she looked up at my eyes, right into my eyes, and kept eye contact for a long time for a little puppy. And she just looked with love, just gazing up into my eyes, and I melted, just melted. She is still puppy biting, so you need to know that. And she eats. She's very food driven, very, very food driven. And I could even tell that, even though I'm not a trainer, I can tell she would train easily. I don't know how I can tell, but I can. I'm just not the one to do it. But if you are, and if you, perhaps you have an older dog at home that might like some younger company, to put a little bounce in your older dog's step, that's another great idea. She's a doll. So in any event, they expect her to be between, she's about 6.5 pounds now. Huh. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say your weight in public. But you're still svelte. You have nothing to worry about. And they expect her to be between 12 and 14 pounds. She's not going to get real big. She's going to be a small dog, at least according to the rescue group. And she has big brown eyes that just look into your soul. Huh. So if you're a fan of terriers, or looking at this little girl, and she's slightly out of camera, isn't she? Looking at this little girl makes your heart sing. I'm not sure now how much you got to see of the front of her face. I'm going to turn around a little bit so you can see her. Come on, Scotchy, let them see you. Let them see you, honey. Honey, honey, honey. And she's also a lap dog. You should know that. Loves to sit on the lap, so you would have to like that a lot. Huh. Oh. And she's very active. She's full of energy. I'm not sure how much of that is that she's a puppy and how much of that is that she's a little terrier. I don't know, but that's the way she is now. She's very energetic, but she has quiet times, like right now. And she can conk out for a couple hours in my lap. So she's sleeping in a crate right now. So I'm not letting her sleep in the bed with my other two dogs and I, although I'm extremely tempted to. I don't want to do that to the new owner. I'll let you decide what the sleeping arrangements will be in your house. So anyway, if you're interested, please do let me know. Make a comment on the blog that I'm putting this on, and my email address is robinbar1 at gmail.com. So that's ROBIN, B as in boy, ARR, 1 at gmail.com. And let me have your contact info, and maybe we can arrange for a time and date for you to meet. I'm very attached to her, I won't lie. It's going to be hard, but it's important that she gets in her permanent and forever home right away so she can start adjusting there and having her wonderful life. Okay. Thank you.